So, uh, we will start out with the story, and before we go any further with the combat stuff and all that non-fun stuff, let's get to the cool stuff, the story. So, to make it easy, you guys are all part of the Adventurers Guild. The original intro for this adventure actually said that you could be part of the Adventurers Guild, you could be part of the Red Guard, which are a fanatic group of anti-mages, or you could be part of a mercenary company. And then I realized the group I was playing with, and I realized that we'd probably just have 4 hours of discussion of which group everyone would be a part of. So I made it simple and said, you guys are just going to be part of the adventuring party. That doesn't mean that it's going to change how you interact with anything. It just means you're part of the group that pays for people to go out and do adventures. What you have been doing is following a man named Gregor Aluska for months. His interest and research involves everything around the occult, and also the use of dark magics in the past and in current times. You received a tip that he was researching an old Uthgardian outpost of mages deep in the Urtgen forest, rumored to be inside of an old Eldar temple. You tracked him here to a remote place deep in the forest. You have no idea what things he could be doing here, but here you are. And you have sort of taken it as an assignment to chronicle Gregor's activities. If he's a part of anything sinister, Martin, who is the guild master of the Wanderers, instructed you to stop him, but it is up to you on how you handle this, or if your intentions are even to actually stop him, just so you know.
So, just so that you're aware, Andrew, Annie, and I came up with a thread, and I think that it's pretty easy why we're following this guy.
Okay.
We are part of the Adventurers Guild, and several adventures ago, the first time we got connected to this guy, it was supposed to be a one-off. We got along okay, not great. We completed the mission, but he got away. And then afterwards, we realized that he had fate bound us together, and now we have to travel together, and we don't like each other.
Well, we've grown very irritated with each other.
Yeah, it's not that we don't like each other, it's that we're tired of each other, and we're trying to chronicle this guy so that we can get his name back to people who can break this so that we don't have to be around each other anymore.
That is the most quarantined storyline I've ever heard.
Yes, it is.
I have lost everybody again except for you. I don't know why. That is so weird. I can't hear anything.
There's a setting in Discord that is probably doing it. If things are over a certain volume, sometimes it will mute everyone. See if I can figure out where it is.
Cindy, on your Discord, do you have a red mark through your headphones, or is right-click on other people and see if they're muted again?
So James, what's your name?
My name is Benishyar, but you guys just call me Ben, because I'm continuing the tradition of having a regular person's name in D&D.
I think I can maybe hear everybody again. It was somebody else talk.
Hello. Oh wait, that's not. We're in the same room.
Okay, so I think I hear
Proctor?
Laura, Mike, and Annie, and okay, I think I got everybody this time.
All right.
Maybe. This is so
Great.
weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Not have a normal name.
I mean, if we're doing this like all the time, we'd all be used to it. But you know, it is pretty hard to do a pickup group with a new program, with a bunch of new programs. Okay, so we have Ben, we have Quint, and Drat. I'm gonna have to ask you to pronounce your name again.
Drotter.
I'm calling you Drot.
Alright.
So
No, I'm kidding.
Nikita and Lynx, how did you hook up with this group of people who are fate bound together? Why are you all here? or did they just hire you guys?
We may have hired you so that we have a full party trying to deal with this guy.
We may have hired you just so that we have someone else to talk to besides each other.
Also true.
Like quarantine
What?
for so long, we had to go on an adventure of some nature.
Right. So what races are everybody? Can we go through like the general idea of who everyone is as a character?
Sure.
Because I missed that earlier. If we knew.
No, we have not done that. All right, someone start.
Start with Lynx and go down the road.
Okay.
Well, I'm playing a dwarf and a rogue. Is there?
This is Cindy, but Nikita. I am playing a rogue, but a fawn.
Okay.
So you guys must think that there's a lot of locks to be picked here.
I'm a Fawn Wilder.
So you're our mage. You're our caster.
Yeah. I can apparently throw acorns that turn into deadly projectiles, which is neat.
All right. So I am a feral elfling, ranger. So I got the bow and arrow thing going on, sneaking through the woods.
I am a feral elfling as well, and I am an Archeon, and I tend to be very suspicious of mages.
Cool.
And all right, so we got a fawn, 2 feral elflings.
So how do dwarves get along with these other, fawns and?
Well,
Feral
so the
elflings.
fawns and the feral elflings would be the rarer races that you would see out in places, and dwarves are a little bit more common. If we're really delving into like the back history, you'd have to decide what sort of dwarf you are. But for simplicity's sake, we'll just say that you're a dwarf of Kowal, which means that you're sort of like part of the. Like, they tend to be the working class in Kowal as a metal making city that makes a lot of, there's a lot of mining in this area. So the feral elflings, like the dwarf would probably be like city folk, and feral elflings like just came back from the Navirum, and they tend to be very harsh. They come from a culture that spent hundreds of years fighting demons, eating demon flesh, and eating nothing more than like the kudzu of the Navirum. And then fawns are like the sort of like feel good, they don't even understand like the human concept of gender, like forest dwellers who like rarely come out because they don't feel that humans are normally worth it, but some fawns recently have started coming out feeling that they need to be more part of the world. So you basically have like 2 and you guys can decide how like tattooed and fierce you are as feral elflings, and then 2, and once again, you don't have to say I don't believe in stereotypes. I'm just saying how the general culture is. You guys can be coming from any sorts of backgrounds.
I would say, like, as a dwarf, maybe I joined this campaign because I just got tired of my monotonous work life, and I saw the Wanderers Guild application and really just needed a change in my life. So I need some adventure.
So,
Yeah.
So how we will start this whole thing is what I like to call a skill challenge. What you guys are going to do is you are going to pick a skill from, if you go to your skills tab, everybody sort of has different specializations. You pick a skill and then tell me how you use it to prep for this spying on Gregor. And what will happen is the more successes you get, the like sort of maybe the more bonuses you have in coming into this mission, the more failures there are, maybe the more hardships there are during the mission because you aren't prepared for it.
So what do you mean? What kind of prep? Like before we even go out looking for
Yeah,
him?
yeah. So you guys can tell me anything. Like the adventure actually starts like in the forest when you guys see some ruins on the hilltop.
Okay.
But what you can start anywhere from like, you know, right as you hear about the job to on the way there or while you're there. It's very broad. So like you could be like, you know, I use my knowledge to like ask, or I use my persuasion to check around town to find out things I might know about Gregor, and the only rule is no one person can use a skill that another person's used. So that means with 5 players, there has to be 5 different types of skill checks, and you guys are very welcome to discuss amongst each other how you would use your skills, and even like, you know, tell me how we're doing it. If we have to do like a little bit of role play too to add that along, that's also cool as well.
Well, I've got like a +11 in thievery. If I could use that, you know, for something.
How would you use the thievery to
I
make
know. I'm
this?
trying to figure out how I would use that.
So I don't know how this campaign's going to shake down, or how this one shot's going to shake down. But my thought is that the 3 of us hired you two. We believe he has some magic item that is what caused our situation. That we will need to acquire, or acquire a magic item that we can hold hostage to negotiate with him, or anything like that. So maybe that could play into somehow, unless Mike's like, that's really not the direction this is going to go.
No. I'm already working on stuff in my head about that.
But just as
I was
far
thinking,
as
I mean-
prepping, though. Oh, go ahead.
Well, for me, it's probably pretty straightforward. So I have +7 in knowledge, and my impression is that every week that we have been stuck like this, I have acquired more and more like books or scrolls or whatever that I'm sort of feverishly going through about this guy, gathering every story I can about him, doing everything I can to be ready, because I do not want to miss an opportunity to undo this binding. And that's sort of the like, I like the idea that I've gone through and like pulled my hair up, so in addition to my horns, there's like spikes of hair from me being so stressed out researching about this guy. So that's my contribution.
All right. So the difficulty class of the skill challenge is 14. So roll that knowledge check for us.
I rolled it. It didn't show up. Hold on. There we go. Nice.
Oh man, what a way to
Nice.
start it out! Natural 20.
Oh no, I can't see what he rolled.
That's strange that it just said D20 plus 7. It doesn't actually even show me what you rolled, like what your actual number was. But that's okay. All we need is the main. I guess you rolled a 13, so it's not a natural 20. It's a soft 20.
No, I did roll a D20.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing to me. It's showing me the face of the die and then just not adding the numbers. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I rolled a 20. It was awesome.
Yeah, he rolled. So I guess he rolled a 20, and you have to add 7.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I guess that's 27. Maybe that's in the latest update. They used to show a little math equation, but it could be in the settings somewhere. But that's fine. We can work with this. Everyone's in. That's better than what we had. So, all right. So no, you rolled a nat 20 plus 7, so 27. So I mean, you've been to the Koal Library. You've been, and the thing is this Gregor guy is both like a sort of smarmy merchant, and apparently a mage, and a gambler, and a drunk. So I mean, you have been everywhere in this guy's like footsteps, checking him out, and you on your character sheet on the front, for rolling a nat 20, give yourself 2 more saga points. That means you have a total of 3 saga points that you can use any time in this adventure to re-roll any dice roll. And I'm marking it down as you guys got 1 success. The more successes you get for this skill challenge, the better.
Can I piggyback on that for my skill challenge?
You sure can.
So I feel like that I have a specialty in thievery, and I told you guys that when you hired me, and maybe there was some knowledge that you couldn't acquire because you weren't allowed to like get it from the library, maybe, and you asked me to go steal it so you can find out even more information on Gregor. I don't know. I feel like that's maybe a way I could use thievery in this, as maybe there's some source of information that no one's been able to get yet because it has to be stolen because somebody's holding it, like somebody's not allowing you to see it.
Okay, so like basically, if he is walking around stressing himself, doing everything he can to find out about Gregor, you're following behind and listening to what the people say, like before and after, or like, you know, if there's a book in the library that maybe he wouldn't, you know, pilfer, you would pilfer that book and take it home and read more of it.
Yeah.
All right, then roll a thievery check and see what we got. All right.
Oh.
So that's a 2 plus 11, which is 13, which is 1 lower than the DC.
Oh no.
You don't lose a saga point, but the thing is Draught, you have noticed this, and you try to tell Lynx to calm down, but she might have alerted Gregor that he is being followed because she is like all up in everything's business, trying to find things out.
I'm really trying to impress you guys. I want to make I want you guys to like me.
Alright. I want to go in a completely different direction.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to use acrobatics. So about as far as I can get from these guys is like the tree canopy.
Okay.
So as we're doing our sneaking and our stalking and our following, I want to try to maintain myself at a higher vantage point. So if he turns around and starts launching spells, I'm not visible with the rest of the party. But also when we get into these ruins, trying to stay up above, so maintain a high ground. I assume I have archery and a bow, and so that I'm always up above and coming from an unexpected angle and trajectory, and, you know, primed to see things other people might not see, or to attack from angles people might not expect to be attacked from.
That is perfect. All right, give me that dice roll.
Nat 20 plus 7.
What is this? This is like feast or famine. All right, Annie, also give yourself 2 saga points for this. All right, you are like crouching tiger jumping across the treetops, and like and so you actually see a lot up here. The part of the forest that you guys are moving into turns very swamp-like. And you notice, one of the things you notice is that there's a lot of these really large frog creatures that you see moving around in the water. And meaning like, large in the size that like it could swallow you whole, large frog toad creatures.
Wow.
But then also, and this is the most important thing, is you actually, because of that amazing acrobatics check, you get to the ruins before everyone else, and you see Gregor, who is standing over like what looks like a slab in the northern part of the ruins, and you see him doing something over top of this slab and moving his hands around. And then you see him pause, and then he does some more hand gestures, and you see him almost like turn into a mist, and then he slips down between the cracks of the slab. And that's what you see with that check.
That's all right.
All right, who is next?
I'll go.
Okay.
So I'm going to be using survival.
Okay.
And basically, what I'm going to be doing as we're moving into this area, as we're sort of prepping to take this guy down or to do whatever it is that we're going to do. I mean, everybody, I think, is like, we're going to report on him and look at stuff. And I'm thinking, nah, we're going to get in there and murder this dude for what he did to us.
He can't undo it if we murder him. We've been over this.
No, you just break the thing. But he's...
Don't.
What kind of feral elfling are you? Feral elflings love violence.
We torture him for answers.
God, don't torture people. Why are you like this?
Oh my god!
So I am going to be moving slowly into this area, and I'm going to be looking for traps. I'm going to be tracking the size of the people group with him, just to make sure that he's not fooled us. He's not got the better of us again. And I'm going to be just trying to make sure that we're not walking into any sort of a situation we can't get out of.
Okay. That definitely works.
All right, let me... So 13.
13 is once again right below. You don't alert him because you didn't roll a 2.
Right.
But you do. So here's the things that you learn with that. One, you learn that he's traveling alone, which is sort of weird because he almost always has like a guard entourage. So there must be something that he really wants to keep secret about what he's doing. But besides that, because you're just right below that threshold, you don't know much more about what he has planned or there's no traps along the way, but you're not quite as prepared as the rest of the people.
Okay.
And the last one, Nikita. What skill do you want to use?
Giant frog creatures.
Dexterity? So I assume that you hired me because I am very nimble with my hands and can have great skills to get things done. Geez, I'm new at this, so...
Yeah.
I'm a very new fawn on my adventure.
So just so you guys know, this is my friend Cindy. This is the second time you've played D&D, like
yes.
a tabletop game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
So she played at ElfCon, and then she just really wanted to play with us tonight. So,
Rock on.
Cindy, what's your highest bonus category? Is it dexterity or thievery?
You guys keep going out in sound. I can't hear you, Mike. Hold on.
It's probably thievery, I'd
Okay,
say,
now I can
because
hear
she's
you.
playing
Right.
a rogue
You
as
rolled
well.
thievery, so what's her second highest then, I guess?
would be acrobatics.
I already did
Which
that
then-
one.
Yeah,
So
I
would be-
assume I would be. Yeah, that would be very dexterous, very much so. Acrobatics and.
So you'd
very
probably-
skillful.
What's probably left for you is awareness. That's your third highest one.
Okay.
I don't see awareness on there.
On the third tab down
You're on
skills.
Skills.
Down.
Yeah, so if you look at your character sheet, there's tabs on the right. Third one down is skills.
Yeah. I'm going where? I thought we were over here in the larger box where it says strength, dexterity, constitution. See, I know nothing.
Yeah, no. So move, like your character sheet. Do you see how there's tabs down the side of your character sheet, like full?
Oh!
Yeah, there's skills there on the right.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so your third one is awareness, which is +4, but you have to tell me how are you going to use awareness for this? Like, what are you gonna spot? What are you gonna be checking up on with this Gregor guy to roll an awareness check?
I can check where he is at, or what magics he is using.
Okay.
Would that be?
That definitely works. All right, yeah, I like that. So roll an awareness check, and I'll tell you what you find out.
D20, correct?
All you have to do is just double-click the +4 on that skill page.
Okay.
I mean, believe me, Cindy, I understand. Playing a normal tabletop game is a lot to take in. Playing it remotely over a computer is like, it's a lot. So yeah, just that.
It's okay. There we go. Yay!
Look at that.
Oh,
A
I did
19
good.
plus 4, so that's 23. All right. So, Nikita, the fawn rogue, is spending her time searching through the city. The focus, though, being on what is Gregor really interested in. And Nikita, you go into some pretty like shady places and talk to some pretty shady people, and find out that Gregor is really interested in the Navirum, which is basically like the other side, the dark Fey world. And he, which by the way, also guys, this brings you up to 3 successes and only 2 failures. Nikita, also on your front page, add an extra 1 to your saga points from 1 to 2, because you'll get an extra 1 for getting a success. But
By
back
front page, he means the tab that says main.
Main, yes. Sorry. Thank you so much, Quint. So what that means is that his thing is he could be interested in. Now, there's a lot of philosophical debate on whether creatures from the Navirum are demons or Fey. Now, you feral elflings, you guys,
Oh, we know.
yes, spent some time in the realm that's between the 2 places called the In-Between, and you fought these things.
And eaten them.
So what this tells you is that you know that he is interested in summoning of some sort, of breaking through the veil to the other side, and you're not quite sure
Terrible plan.
what that might entail for this quest, but you do know that he's going to an ancient ruin, which was populated by a race that was like wiped out by a genocidal maniac, millennia ago. So who knows what he's looking for there, but this is all the information that you guys have, and that is what all you have when you arrive at Be Prepared. There's about to be a big map that pops up on screen as soon as I share it with you all.
Boop.
And I am... Alright, so the next thing we're going to learn about Roll20 is that map is probably really big on your screen. If you put your mouse pointer... Do you see an image? It's just going to be a... I'm sorry.
Just a black
Yeah, it's just a black space
Just
right
a
now
black-
for you guys.
box.
So what you'll do is you'll
Black spot.
hold down... Now, this is where I don't know Max. You'll hold down Control on PC. I'm not sure what that is on a Mac. And then you left click anywhere within that black box and move it around, and it will resize that box for you. So that way you can have it take up as much or as little space
Control
as you want.
here too.
Okay, Max, have a control? Good to know.
I don't.
Is that working for you guys?
No.
Oh man, I missed the weird buttons of small talk. This is awesome.
What are you? How are you doing that?
You hold control and click on it and move the mouse around.
Click on it. Oh, regular. I thought he said right click or something.
There you go. You got it.
And then that black box is gonna fill in with something at some point.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is, all right. I guess I should drag some pictures over to you guys because I'm about to put you in the. So if you go up to the top right-hand side, there's up at the very top. There's a little sword icon in your icons. When you double-click that, it will open up the combat tracker. Or I don't think you have to double-click it. You might just click it once.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, if we were playing much longer, if we're playing many sessions, everyone would pick out their own tokens. But I am just going to grab some tokens for you guys because that is easier. And then you have to put people in Combat Manager to drag them out onto the board. So that's why I'm doing this.
Oh, I'm sure it's not that that Lynx gave our position away so that it already starts out in combat.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys.
No. I'm gonna have a second to tell you guys that he's hiding beneath the floor as a mist.
I don't think Lynx did that accidentally. I think Lynx understands that our purpose in coming here was to pile drive this guy.
Oh my god, you have no sense of subtlety, I swear.
I don't need subtlety. I have a sword.
I will break your sword over your head. It's certainly hard enough.
It is a hard sword. It's made of cold steel.
I meant your head!
This.
Lynx
Like-
Lynx isn't going to tell you guys that Lynx may have already experienced this campaign once. And knows what's going to happen. So
Well,
I'm going to stay
The
quiet.
GM is also going to be quiet and maybe not say, maybe I changed some fucking things since the last time you played.
But these two, I assure you, they will not fulfill the promise they just made to everybody. Neither of them are going to kill each other. We'll be stuck with the two of them the whole time.
Lynx
They're not
had
allowed
a, Lynx
to kill
had
each
a,
other. We've
Lynx
already
had
tried.
a dream
It never works.
about this. What is it called? Prophetic?
Prophetic? No, prophetic.
Prophetic dream about what's to
I
come.
feel like you're trying to mix two words together here, and it's not working. All right, now that I've got everyone has tokens, now we will test another part of the new Unity and see what happens if I drag you onto the board. Nope. Just as I thought. Delete token. I have to remove everyone from the combat tracker and drag you back over with your tokens because it didn't update it.
Oh.
The good thing is all this stuff I will just email them on Monday and be like, hey, here's some of the stuff I found out. There we go. There's the tokens.
Oh, I have an elemental focus. I too have to
Oh, why does not Quint does not have a token yet?
I noticed that.
All right. One moment. Gotta find someone. Feral Elfling.
Lynx is about to eat some feral flesh. She get some dinner soon.
All right. Now I'm gonna drag you guys down onto this map, and then hopefully it will auto populate, and you will actually see stuff. If you guys go down into the lower left-hand corner, yep, there you go. Now, here's another weird map thing. To move around this map, see the little button in the bottom right corner of the map?
Mm-hmm.
You will go down there, click on that, hold down, and then move around, and that's what navigates around the map.
It's real weird, guys.
Yes.
It's like it moves like in a way that you don't want it to. It's like not perfectly in time with what you wanted
I
to
was
do.
really hoping that they would add a drag and drop function to this,
Yeah.
or a drag and pull, but they did add line of sight, which is pretty cool. So what you guys are seeing is, let me pull up my story here. So the forest is stagnant here. The green foliage turning to like a sickly yellow. Large pools of murky water slush between the trunks of trees, and an eerie glow emits from yellow mushrooms that grow in swaths throughout the mud. The ground rises up to the north of you on a small hill, its top adorned with aged, broken pillars and what was once walls. So, you guys are basically about 40 feet to the northeast of you. You guys see these ruins, even though, oh, I can zoom out and see. It looks like there's like a tree. There we go. I opened up that tree, and now you can see past it because it shouldn't be blocking that much sight. So the large like shadow areas are where walls are blocking off what you're looking at. Sorry, that's so loud. Refilling my drink.
So I guess we start with me, like, coming back to the party when they show up, or dropping down on the party when they show up. And,
Are we not streaming live anymore?
You know, on SagaBorn.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I dropped your tokens here, but please tell me how you guys are getting here and what's going on. Like, I'm not forcing you guys to all being together like this. It was just the easiest way to put you.
I think I would be probably out front, or about there.
yeah.
I'm probably.
Okay, so where on this is the actual, like, it's on the top?
The ruins are to the upper right of you guys.
Can you not see those, Annie?
I just see black.
You
Hold
might
on.
need to click on another
You
person
can scroll down. You can see that.
because
Right.
other people
That's
can
what's
see
going on.
different stuff from. Oh wait, never mind. Different problem.
Mouse wheel in to where you're at. These are the roads. You can pick up your token.
So these are ruined.
Yes.
So which token is mine? Ah. Every time I try to pick up my token, I pick up the whole map.
So let's see, which one is your token?
I thought it was.
Yours is the one with the little square around it?
Yeah, the one that just went sideways, isn't it?
Oh, hold on just a second.
Yes, that is yours.
Alright. Because I was actually at the ruins already before everyone else.
Right.
Like, on top of them looking down, saw the guy do.
So if you left click and then left click and hold and move him, can you move him around? Or, sorry, her.
Now I can for some reason.
Okay. I just
So
had.
I'm like on the roof of the ruins somewhere.
Okay, there is no roof, but you can be like on the
On
pillars or in the
Top of
foliage.
a pillar.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to paint. It's only in black. I'm going to paint the square that you saw. There
Okay.
you go. That is the 5x5 area that you saw him waving his hands over. Do you see that black area I marked out?
I do.
Okay, yeah. So that's the area that he was waving his hands over, and also where he turned into a mist and disappeared.
Right. Okay, so when I see the party arrive, assuming you guys have figured out how you've arrived, I'm gonna hop back over there, and so that I can inform them that he is currently hiding under the floor as a mist. I shall repeat. Hiding under the floor. The same mist.
Did you see
Him
Like-
turn into a mist and see under the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
That's okay. This is standard operating procedure for this kind of mage. I have.
You have something that can cut mist?
No, I have something that can make him not be missed anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember? Oh my god. Just let's go over there and beat this guy up.
Cloud! How are you going to beat up a cloud?
I pull out a small jar. I don't know what the visual effect is for elemental focus, but I think my focus is I want to be fire and air. So now's sort of the perfect time to put on some sort of magical air effect.
So where was the mist? Should we walk towards it?
Well, I think first we should have something resembling a plan. I know that's not everybody's thing. Looks pointedly at Benny. But
Well, he's
I
gone
think it's
now,
a good idea.
right?
I have a plan. My plan is to hit him repeatedly in the head with a morning star.
He's under the floor and doesn't have a head.
Wait, where did you see this? Like, I want to see what you saw. Like, do you remember the area where he went under the floor?
Yeah. I can show you all of that, but at any moment he might spring back up. So I'm kind of hesitant to like walk right over there. Can you climb a column?
Probably. I've got a 7 acrobatic plus 7.
Cool. Let's get the high ground and I'll point it.
Okay. So I need to roll an acrobatics check.
Sure. Yep.
I will watch them climb that pillar uselessly.
So that's 12, 19.
Nice.
That's
Do I need to roll again?
no, because you rolled a natural 20. Until you get out of these trees, you're hidden dragon all over the place.
All right.
So I need
Yeah.
to just go to the tree with her. There we
Yeah.
go.
All right. So I will point out the square in the ground.
All right, yeah, Laura,
That shows
on yours
where-
you can zoom out, like
Oh.
mouse wheel out, then you'll see more of the map. There you go.
So if you actually go on top of a pillar, you can see.
Yeah, over there, the little.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, I'm walking over into the thing.
Oh my god. You're gonna. You know what? You'll make great bait.
So as you walk over, you see a set of footprints, like clearly in the mud, that walk over, but nothing. You don't see any other stuff that's really evidence that anything's been in and out of this place for a while.
Why can't you grab things?
Okay. Can I see where she's pointing to?
It's actually, so this is a really, old set of ruins. So this might have once been a secret door, but now it's just like a moderately secret door. So if she points you in the general direction, you can see the outline of what is obviously a hole in the ground.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stand right there. I'm gonna pull out my crossbow, and I'm going to start fiddling around with alchemist fire bolts. And I'm gonna say there's a couple of ways that we can do this, Gregor. You can come out and talk to us, or I can start setting that entire place on fire. And I'm pretty sure. Well, he knows we're here now.
Wait, what's Nikita doing? You just hanging back? Is she still here? Cindy, you still here?
Oh no, do we lose her?
Maybe her mic is off?
She's still on Discord, and
Yeah, she's on Discord.
she's still logged in here.
Hmm.
But we haven't heard her in a while.
Mm-mm.
She could be thinking that we're really mean and not been
Oh, I
listening
just
to her.
moved her character. Sorry, Cindy. Just seeing.
All right, Laura, if you can text Cindy and see what is happening. Oh, I can't. Oh wait, there's a whole bunch of stuff. No, that's old messages. Okay.
Oh, Cindy said, I've been talking and no one can hear me.
Oh no.
All right, she has to make sure that her thing is not
Make
on
sure, make sure your mic's not muted.
mute. Also,
It's not
sometimes.
muted in Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not showing her muted in Discord, but sometimes, like, my friend was using a headset and it would just turn off after a while because if you weren't talking enough.
Are you on a headset, Cindy? You can text me.
Oh, Cindy just turned everything off.
I am in both, she said. She's still connected in both.
Well, okay, now she just turned it back on.
She says yes, and I am in Discord. You sound muted too, Annie.
I think we're just hearing Annie through other people's mics.
Oh. She says I will unplug. What does that mean? What do you mean, Cindy? Are
Right,
you
she's
leaving
not
us
muted
forever?
on the server. No, I think she just needs to make sure that to go into the Discord setting and make sure. Man, if anyone ever tells me again that Macs don't have problems.
She was wearing a headset. Like with all the video stuff we've been doing for my class, like that was the one thing that people were like, do not use a headset for these things.
Well, we told her to use a headset earlier because she had a lot of reverb, and we couldn't hear,
okay.
like there was too much white noise when she wasn't on a headset.
It also if you have a plug-in headset, that's way better than one that is a Bluetooth. But well, she left, so she will hopefully try again. So while we're waiting for Cindy, we got Ben, who's waiting over top with a special bolt lit. We got Lynx that's out ready to go. Who wants to do what?
So
I have to go pee.
He went to the bathroom, but he was talking about activating an air elemental power of some sort.
You might want
Yes.
to mute for like 10 seconds. If you guys hear me pee, I'm real sorry. Our bathroom's real close to what we're doing.
We wouldn't have known that's what it was until you said it.
Sorry.
Hi. We're working on getting Cindy back in here. She's talking now.
Oh, Cindy's in the wrong chat channel.
Yeah, she just jumped up there for Conan and was like, "Oh, hey, I want to use awareness." And we're like, "Hold on." Hey, Mike, are you admin?
Yes.
All right, she's talking now. If you want to pull her down.
Oh, I can just pull her? Look at that.
There you go.
Thank you, Brian.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
Sorry, I was in the wrong game.
that's okay. Sasha was down here and he said, "Who the hell are all these people? And why aren't they playing Conan?" All right.
It was nice to hear Sasha and Brian.
Brian's like, "She's up here talking about awareness." All right.
Confused. Imagine that.
So you, Cindy, you want to use awareness on this whole situation?
I said I wanted to use it at the beginning of the situation, but nobody could hear me, so I thought I was just being the fawn that was ignored. But that's okay.
All right.
No.
Well,
I was like, bitches, let me go up there, and I will see what's going on ahead of time. But nobody would listen because they couldn't hear me.
yeah, just
Like,
know
sure.
we're not hateful. If we don't want to talk to you, we'll tell you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to get some dinner soon or I'm gonna get too drunk and pass out.
Well, that might it might be a real convention. All right. So now that we've streamed to YouTube, Laura's fear of hearing people hearing her pee, and the fact that she might pass out tonight. And Cindy, you're gonna walk up and use awareness. So move your token to where you want it to be and roll that awareness check. I also did hear you draw that you prepared your elemental focus. Actually, Cindy, I'm going to tell you, because you walked up there and you're a rogue, it would be better for you to not use awareness, but to use your thievery check while you're looking around in this area.
Okay. So then I go over my skills and click on thievery.
Yep, double click that. I think it's plus 11. Laura's like making a drink but trying to make it sound like she's peeing. All right, so you rolled an 11 plus 11, which means that you are searching around the area, and how you deal with this information is up to you, but there is definitely a magical trap on top of that slab.
Okay.
Now...
So can I do something else while I'm there?
Oh, definitely. So you guys aren't in combat rounds or anything. You are free to tell people about it. You're also free to try to do it to undo the trap yourself. Or if you would like, if there's another rogue in the party, you can actually ask them to help you, and then you guys could both roll a thievery check to try to undo the trap, if that's what you want to do. But what...
If the other rogue wants to come down from that column.
Right.
Wait, I thought I was already over there.
Oh, did you?
No, you're
She's
still...
over here.
Well, you're...
Yeah, she's over there.
She's on top. They're on top of the thing down.
Trap door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll help in whatever way I need to help.
Okay.
Let me know.
So to let you guys know, this is a newly... You can tell with your thieving skills that this is a newly cast magical spell trap. And what it's done is it's carved these small runes in the top of the door, and basically it's like disarming, making it out of character. It's like disarming a bomb. You guys are going to have to mark off the right the right rune to turn the trap off. So if both of you guys want to do that, both of you roll a thievery check, and whoever rolls the highest is the one that we go with.
Where am I at?
Ready, Laura?
Yep.
Ben, do you want to stay there as well?
Yeah,
Looks like it was Nikita.
because I am dumb and I don't know what's about to happen.
All right. Well, they both rolled amazing. Well, Nikita rolled very amazingly, 18 plus 11.
It's only 4 more than
So,
what I rolled.
It's only 4, but it's still... Look, give credit where credit's due. She rolled an 18.
More.
All right, guys. Laura's on her second or her third margarita for the day with no dinner, so who knows where this is going to
Oh,
go.
wait, I just made
shit.
another one, so sorry,
Drunken
guys.
rogues.
So you guys, Mark starts scratching through the runes, and as you do that, they all fade and disappear, and you are like almost positive that the trap has been dispelled. But as you do
Almost
that,
positive.
Sure.
as you do that, you guys hear a buzzing coming down from the woods nearby, from the treetops, and this
I
is
just want to specify before anything else happens that I have an arrow drawn and it's not aimed at anything yet other than vague direction of the door, but
Just don't jump down the
since
hole.
I'm on top
okay?
of a column, I feel I should
Wait,
specify.
do or do not jump down the hole?
Toter, don't jump down the hole.
Don't jump. Okay.
Don't jump down the hole.
Okay.
She didn't listen last time.
Wait, you're talking about me?
Yes.
Oh,
Don't
right.
jump
At
down
the
the
game,
hole.
at the other game we played, yeah, I died
Alright.
instantly. Yeah.
which means everybody please roll initiative. And the great thing about this program is when you roll initiative, it automatically inserts it into the combat tracker and sets you guys up accordingly.
Oh my god. What is
The hell's
going on,
initiative?
guys? 2, 2, 4.
All right. What's initiative?
It will be on the on your character sheet on main. It will be
Okay.
in the middle area. Yep,
Okay, I see it.
got it.
And he mentioned before that you can take that and drag it down to your like fast bar thing at the bottom, so that you can just click on from there without having to go back to that tab every time.
So you guys can, you guys see these things on the map if your character has line of sight. They look like a mixture between like a flying, like a giant mosquito mixed with like a rat. But these things are about like, 8 inches in length of their body, not their wings, as they float down from the treetops.
Maybe I'm just blind, or I just don't have them in my sight. I don't know.
Let me see. Nikita.
They're to the left.
They are to the right, so they're to the west on the map. You should be able to see one, and you are actually the first person. Now, you don't have to move first. You can wait to see what everyone else does, and then hold your turn until other people move. But these things, I will let you guys know, these things don't look pretty. They basically look like mosquitoes on a spring Georgia night.
They're insects, not animals, correct?
They're giant, furry, 8-inch mosquitoes that have floated down from the treetops looking at you guys.
Oh, mosquito rats.
Just making sure they're insects and not animals.
They have very long proboscis that look like unrecyclable plastic straws.
Wonderful.
Hey, and this already takes into account my +2 for being in the woods, right? Or no? In initiative.
No, it doesn't. So, Quinn, I'm going to update your AC to, or your initiative to 8. Will it do that? No, it doesn't let me do that. Why? It says that you're locked. It says I can't. As the GM, I'm not allowed to mess with your shit.
Not allowed to mess with
Okay.
your shit.
Well, technically, because we're in the woods, I should have a +2.
I have never seen that before. How can I not be able to edit a damn player's thing? All right. Well, I guess I can't edit your thing. Maybe you have me locked out. Also, just so you know, in the future, so you will also benefit on any attacks while you're in the woods. And down in the lower left bottom corner, the modifier down there, if you go and click that and type in a number, then the next roll you do will automatically add that modifier. So any attacks you do, you can automatically modify that in the future.
Okay, I'll remember to do that in advance. Thanks.
So Nikita, what would you like to do?
What I am trying to decide. That's why I was asking, is it an animal or is it because I do have like some skill with animals, but since it's not an animal.
I tell you to kill that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking to see what my skills are here, but I'm like, I don't really look like a fighter at all.
Oh no, you've got so what your skills would actually be good at would be to it would actually probably be good to hold off until one of the like rangers or fighters or someone else that runs up close, and basically you guys would surround these things, and rangers also get sneak attack in SagaBorn. So basically the idea would be to everyone run up and surround these things. I hate to like tell people what to do, but you guys are all new to SagaBorn.
Wait, are you playing a rogue, Cindy?
Cindy's a rogue,
Yes.
And
but
I'm a
there's
rogue. Okay.
and there's also rangers, and an Archon. So basically, rogues and rangers benefit by other people surrounding the things, but someone always has to start it. So Cindy, you could just run up and attack this thing if you would like, or you could hold and see what other people do.
Well, let's do that. I'll hold and see what other people do, and let's see if I can come in and give them some backup, because I'm not, I am not the run in and kill like, what's his name up there? He's got all kinds of ideas of how to run and kill, so he sounds like he'd be good to run in and kill. And then I'll come up and back him up.
Okay, so you
Just
will
stay behind Benny.
you will hold
Let
your
him be
turn.
your not human shield.
All right, so you will hold your turn. So you get to move any time during this combat, but you have to wait till if someone else starts to take their turn, you have to wait till they finish it, and then you have the option to jump in.
Okay.
All right, so Lynx, you are up next.
All right, I just targeted the flying creature number 3. It's 40 feet. So do I have enough? How far can I run?
As a half dwarf, as a dwarf, you can run 25 feet.
Oh. So
And where are you at?
I'm gonna have to.
So-
I'm right here.
1,
that's-
2, 3, 4, 5. No, you can get.
It
You're
says it's 40 feet. But I have daggers I can throw. I don't have to use my short sword.
No, 25 is 5 squares, and I see 5 squares between you guys, so you can definitely get up to the very front of it.
Oh, maybe it's counting these individual little squares? Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna get up to here. Ah! There's so many more! Oh my
Guess what
god.
you just learned?
Alright. Guys. There's a lot more than just one of these creatures. Okay. I'm gonna get it with my short sword. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? What the hell?
Oh, no.
This one of these things is totally gonna beat me.
You can spend one of your saga points if you want.
Oh, that's true. Where are those at, Mike?
You have one.
It's on the main part of your page. You can just get rid of it. And,
Which page? I'm on my main page.
see saga
oh,
points
okay,
right there?
It is. Okay. Alright. I'll
Alright.
get on this. I'll re-roll. Reroll.
All right, you roll that, and then just give me half a second. I'm logging in to start one of the other panels, and then I get to mute
That's
it.
better.
All right. I promise you guys, I'm not normally this distracted during a game.
Okay, I'm going to use the restroom while you're doing that. I'll be right back.
Okay, so what did you do?
I used one of my saga point, or the saga point, so I'm down to 0, and I now rolled a 27. So.
Which is a hit, so then
Yeah.
roll damage on it. So Laura already knows this, so you don't get sneak attack, but.
Right.
So when you're gonna target something, when it's your turn, if you move up to something and you hold down control and you click
Yo,
on it, hold
you
on.
in Cheers?
I don't know how I got here, but I am. I got.
I think you broke quarantine.
Oh no, wait! I can't mirror it because technically the word "cheers" is written backwards because it's written correctly when you come in the bar.
Yeah.
What'd you
Ah.
say?
Turn this down. Oh wait, I will make.
No. It's backwards because in the TV show the word was written on the glass door.
The host of Paul Belichick. Okay, Paul is now the host.
I was looking. I was like, no, that looks like.
Sweet. All right. I did all the things. JordanCon has been wonderful, and they gave us their expensive Zoom so we could have big webinars, but that means that everything has to go through the JordanCon Zoom account, so I have to do all of that. So that's all been done now. Back to what I was
Okay,
saying.
I'm sorry.
When you guys decide to attack something, hold down control and then click on it, and that will target it, and it'll actually show in the combat tracker, like if you look at links, it says targets tiny flying creature 3. So that way when she rolls an attack, it actually goes against the AC and I don't have to figure anything out. And it tells her if she hits or misses, and then if she rolls damage, it automatically applies it to that creature. Which, in one attack, she has knocked that creature down. What's your weapon? Short sword?
Yep.
So you guys have seen Lynx run up and just stab this thing right between the eyes, and it goes down to the ground and it's no longer moving. So next up is, yep, well, it's not completely dead, but it's disabled. It is dying. So next up is Ben.
So is that, how is it supposed to be you?
Because I forgot my +2, because I didn't know of how the system.
I'm gonna get my chips over
Can you
here.
change your initiative, Annie, Quint? Can you go in there and edit it and type in an 8? That's
Can
fine.
can I change it here?
Yeah, like
no,
just...
I can't edit anything in that in the combat tracker box.
Okay.
So it's okay. I'll do it later. Next round.
You sure?
I don't think it'll change your action. So.
Well, no, because the one that's disabled is not a threat anymore, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, by the way, my legacy item is this Morning Star. So that'll give me, I believe, a +1 to hit with it, and increases its crit range from to 19 and 20.
Okay.
And I'm just going to move 5, 10... Oh, hello! I'm going to move right here, and I'm going to hit this one here. Alright, so... And this... So that's a 21.
That hits.
Alright, and the damage on this bad boy... Hold on one second. Is 4.
4. All right. So, you badly damaged this thing. Do you want to describe how you do it?
I'm sorry. It's 7. Because it's +3 for my strength.
Why is it not showing up like that?
It is not adding any bonuses. Whatever update they did to
That one is my fault. That one's my fault. I rolled the wrong one.
Oh, you rolled crossbow. Okay, I see. I was about to be like,
it's the same die.
what did they do? All right. So I think I better be able to edit these creatures. So that's 7.
Yeah.
That is funny. It's not even let me edit creature combat. You know what? Never update a program right before you play the game. Like, we should all update it on Saturday, and I should have gotten to know it.
Yeah, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, you did that, okay. Or no, I did that. What just happened?
That's okay. It did what we needed it to do.
It sure did.
All right.
It added exactly 2 more damage, so there. Okay.
All right. So tell me how that. So it's 7 damage. You take it down. Tell me how you do it.
So Ben doesn't. He doesn't advance it. Striking to everybody who has certain preconceived notions about him, he advances cautiously and without any sort of rush to it. And when he gets up there, he's got a Morning Star that is a long shaft, it's like a femur bone, and it's got maybe some sort of metal sort of lash to it with dried rope. And he's going to get there, and he's going to look at the thing, and when it moves toward him, he just sort of casually 2-hand hefts the thing over his head and smashes it to the ground.
All right. Exactly as you guys hear, this thing is destroyed.
What?
Also, I'm only 3 feet tall. I just realized that.
Short.
So, Quint, it is your turn next, but before you say what you do, if you and Drott could roll an awareness check for me, please.
If I can get the other tab to open, there we go.
All right, so Drott, you're unaware of this, but Quint, you are. You hear a large splashing in the water behind you. Let me see where you are.
I am on top of a column.
You are definitely on top of a column. And let me see if I've got an image here.
I can see the token.
Yep. Oh, I don't have it in yet. How sad. Well, so I will just have to go old school and describe it to you like a real game master. You guys see a large creature. It like you've seen these before, Quint, in the traveling. But this thing apparently has heard the buzzing of these creatures and is very interested in getting over here as quickly as possible. It doesn't look like it can make it at this point, but it is splashing towards the water towards you. This thing is basically a giant, warty, round body and a mouth. The mouth takes up half of its body with these tiny eyes on top and little crooked legs in the front. It looks like if a demented child redrew a toad and made it 6 feet across, this is what it would look like.
So is it big enough to eat us?
It looks like it's big enough to eat an elfling in one swallow.
Okay.
And it moves.
Okay.
Where is it?
What? I could see it for a sec. Now it's gone. It should come back.
There
Or I
you go.
can shoot it.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Yeah, a tree was hiding it.
Okay.
So we will go next. Quint, it is your turn. You do have line of sight on this thing. It looks like the tree might block it a little bit, might give it a little bit of a bonus if you want to attack it.
Where is it?
You have to zoom out, Laura.
Oh.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
I am up here on this pillar, and I'm gonna shoot it if it's gonna cause a problem. It can't eat me, I don't think, but it might eat other people, and that's always uncomfortable.
And actually, I'll say because you're on the pillar, you're not being really blocked by the tree, so it won't get any bonus.
Who's to say it doesn't have a long ass tongue that it spits out and like wraps around somebody and
It might pull the column down, but like, I know that I can't kill my party members that I'm bound to. I don't know what happens to me if something else does. So, I'm going to try to keep them alive for now. So I'm going to shoot them with the arrows I have prepared. Somehow. What do I roll for that? Ranged, right?
So go down to your actions tab, and I believe that your bow should be on there. And then also remember to add your +2 modifier down at the bottom after you've...
Okay, I get that on attacks too, because it doesn't say that in the description. It says I get it on, like, tracking and hiding my feet and initiative.
On favored enemy?
On favored terrain.
Favored terrain. Oh, I was thinking that was favored enemy. And it is not... Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. So you get a +2 initiative, but not your attacks. Only if it's a favored enemy.
Right. Okay, and my favorite enemy is those demon creatures?
Yep.
I don't know what the... Okay. Alright, so I'd click on this.
Control click on the guy and then roll your attack.
Okay. Gotcha. Why is it not rolling? How do I roll it?
It's under the # ATT. Double click that.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh, there. Now it worked. I don't know why you had to tell me before it would work, but...
So that's D7 + 7 is 14. Your arrow misses.
Okay.
Bad, huh?
This Florida man catches case of corona.
Hey, so Is rapid shot? I guess I do have to declare that beforehand because it has a negative penalty on both shots. All right, moving on.
Yes, sorry, Paul's asked me questions having problems with the thing. All right, so you didn't. I'm sorry, you didn't declare a rapid shot.
I did not declare a rapid shot, which also means I rolled the wrong short bow. But
so it would have been an additional +2.
Yep.
So that would have been 16. Let me see what that does. Does that do enough to hit? It is. Roll damage, please.
Okay.
So
how do I do that?
at first you think you missed, but your arrow did hit it. Double click the dice roll next to that short bow entry. There we go. All right, and the arrow sinks in deep into the giant toad creature.
Hey, Mike, do I need to track my arrows? How many I have?
No, it's not going to be that sort of game.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just run with it. You guys have money. You figured out plenty of stuff. All right. So next up is this one, which will roll a savings throw. Oh, and it got it. So it didn't immediately die. The next one, it was beat down by a little guy, so it's definitely dead. And then this one flies over. Oh, wait, did I misread them? Yeah, sorry. Flying Creature 1. Flying Creature 3 is the one that's hurt. That's the one I rolled. Anyways, it flies over to Ben, and I think it might be time for a heroic action. No, it does a touch attack.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
And it misses.
Yay!
So
Because you're small.
it tries to grapple you with its with its weird little claw-like arms, and tries to stick its straw-like proboscis into your chest, but you basically swat it away, and it does not grab hold. Which is good news. Draught, it is.
That's great news.
Fantastic.
Draught, it is your turn. You do hear at this point an arrow go through, and you hear some shuffling behind you. What you are now aware that there's something coming up behind you. You just don't know what it is yet. What do you want to do? Oh, I think you might be muted.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, so it looks like the mosquito things don't seem to be harming them much. So I'm going to turn around and try to figure out what this is. Do I have to do anything special, or do I just look back around?
Nope. You'll spin around, and you see this massive toad frog thing busting through the woods behind you.
So I guess I see it, and I raise up my hands and burst out wild magic at it.
Okay. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. I think that's a good plan. I just want you to be aware, because I don't know if it said it in the character stuff, but one of the things a wilder can do is they can charge their magic, their weapon with wild magic and try a melee attack. But then, of course, the trade-off is then you're moving into melee damage with whatever you're trying to attack. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just letting you know that you can do that in future rounds or on this one.
Does that take my whole turn to infuse anything?
No, it's a free action. So you can do free action charge, move, and then attack if you would like, or you could just fire from afar if that's what you want to do.
I think you want to fire from afar because I suspect he's going to come try to eat me, so that melee thing will happen on its own.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan.
Don't have to waste it.
Well, honestly, I don't want to move further away from the party.
All right, so yeah, control click him and then click your. Oh, you already got him targeted. Yep. Roll that attack. You hit.
Cool. 6 damage.
6 damage. And most importantly, what color is your energy?
I guess I was using air before, so is this sort of a wispy white translucent sort of energy?
You can definitely do that.
Yeah, so it's a wispy whitish translucent energy bursts out of my hands.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Did anybody else see that?
You knock
That was amazing.
you knock this thing in the face with like a basically wispy, invisible blast, and it's with the arrow and that it's actually a little bit hurt. So it's sort of slowing down and sort of reevaluating what it might want to do here. But it.
I mean, it just came to eat the buzzy.
All right, and I'm going to.
Does Nikita want to do anything?
So I was gonna say, can I still move?
Oh
Or-
yeah,
or-
it's the end of the round. You tell me what you want to do.
I think that I would like to use. Let's see here, don't let go. Like I didn't have time to sit here and look at this and think about it. I want to use my everything. I don't want to get too close to it though. I think I will throw some daggers at it. And go ahead and look where they're at here. Somewhere.
Yep,
Sorry.
you can throw a dagger. It has a range of 20 feet, so you're going to have to move forward at least 2 squares, but you can move forward and then do that.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's move forward 2 squares and then use my dagger on it because, I think that's the only thing that I have as far as I don't have any long swords or any arrows or anything like that. So yeah, let's do the dagger, the cold iron dagger.
Try to move up to here.
Yeah. So how do I?
So hit control and left click the giant toad.
Okay.
Yep, you've targeted it. Now in your actions tab, double click the very first one under your weapons, which is dagger, which is ranged. Like under the hashtag ATT.
Action. Oh, there it is. Okay. Under.
Yep, the pound sign ATT, double click that, and it will throw that dagger.
Is that it? Is that right?
Oh no, it just rolled the damage. No, roll the
whoops.
it says it's like a 1 underneath the pound sign ATT.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And we'll see if it actually does that damage.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No. And it does.
Woo!
Awesome. The gods are in our favor tonight.
God.
So you
Obviously very sloppy fun.
So you throw that dagger, and it hits it right in its eyeball, and
Whoa.
and that means the next turn is actually its turn, and it just failed its morale check, and it's like, this is not the meal I signed up for, and it starts starts jumping away as fast as it can. Do you guys want to pursue it, or do you guys want to let it go?
This frog has done nothing to me. I don't even know it was actually going to attack us. I have no interest.
And
I don't need to kill it.
fleeing. Yeah, it's fleeing. It's already damaged. Let it go its own way unless it comes back.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
Since I don't have to collect my arrows back,
I like that mercenary outlook. You're like, well, it's got one of my arrows, but whatever.
It's got my dagger too, but it's okay.
Look, if I were only limited to 20 arrows throughout this game session, I'd be killing that frog and getting him back.
All right, and so that also means it's the top of the round again, which means Cindy, Nikita, it's your turn again. You see this thing flying around. You saw this thing last round flying around Ben, trying to attach to his chest. Would you like to run up and try to help him, or would you like to? What would you like to do?
I'll run up and help him because I'm a sucker for other people. I want to save my crew.
Actually, I'd like to point out, that creature is a sucker for other people. You're actually trying to help him. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. There are some penalties to playing games with me, and bad jokes are one of them.
I don't want you to get sucked in.
I appreciate that. Maybe?
Just in this circumstance.
It depends, right? Yeah.
All right. So,
where do I go? What do I do?
Nikita, your movement is 6, so you can only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can only get to the end of the ruins here, but you can then throw a dagger if you would like.
Okay, which way am I going here? 6 spaces
It would
to my
be
right?
right to that way. Yep, I just moved you.
You're the best. Okay. And then I'm going for this guy, right? The tiny flying creature 1. Is this correct?
Yep.
Okay. The control that you're supposed to hold down?
Yep.
You
Control and left click. And you got him.
Oh.
You're targeting 2 now.
No, that was from the last one.
Well,
Yeah, but the game, the thing.
There we go.
I think she's talking about.
then throw a dagger at it again. So let's see
Yep.
here. My daggers went again. Actions. I will use the silver. No, I guess I can still use the iron there. And here we go.
Oh, and your dagger flies right by it, missing.
Oh.
Dang.
All right, Lynx, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I
move
tried.
Around.
I mean, you did enough. You scared off the big
Oh
frog.
wait, will I get an attack of opportunity? if
No, because it's down. It's dying.
Okay, well, should I not attack that one then? Should I attack the other one?
That's up to you. Do you want to attack the one that's on the ground disabled, or do you want to attack the one that's trying to suck the life out of the guy that hired you?
I would like to attack the one that's sucking the life out of them.
All right, then move on over there.
Is it this one or is
No,
it
no, it's the other one. Sorry,
Oh,
I didn't understand that question. It's the one with the little green dot. That
okay.
means it's still healthy.
So is it flanked if I'm right here?
If you move to there, it is flanked, and I will toss its little effect on it.
Because I was here, I could have just moved to the other side, like along the other side.
That's fine. I mean, either way, you're getting to the same point, and it's now flat-footed. So
Okay.
now you can. That means that you will get your sneak attack damage if you hit. There's a
21?
10 plus 11.
I
Yep,
think I hit.
that hit.
So I get sneak attack plus. I think this thing is dead.
Well, roll the damage. We like to see. We love dice. Roll
let's
the dice
do
and see.
short sword damage first,
All right.
and then I'll do
I
my
need to hear
sneak
what
attack
sounds
damage. Did it pick that up?
What happened there? Oh wait, your roll broke my computer. There we go. All right, so you did 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 7, 16 points of damage. Tell me exactly how you make this thing explode.
So this thing is attached.
No, it's
or-
trying to attach. He's
Oh,
swatted
okay.
it away.
Okay. I take my short sword and I grab it. Can I describe whatever I want?
Describe whatever you want with the amount of damage you just did.
Oh my god. I don't even know. I grab it by the neck. I twirl it around while holding my short sword up, and I just like slowly slice it into pieces as I'm twirling it
Oh my
around.
All right, I'm not exactly sure what kind of sneak attack move that is, but wow, like nobody wants to fuck with you in this group. Jesus.
Right? Did it work? That's all.
This is my first adventure out, guys, as a dwarf. Am I doing it right?
Dan is just gonna kind of look at you and suppress a gag.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while this is happening, the weird, gross, like viscous white fluid that's its blood is just like flying all over Ben. As
down her.
Yeah, as the dwarf Lynx just has her way with this dead thing. All right.
Are you laughing like that in character? Because that's really creepy.
Oh, that's gonna just make it
I should make it in character, yes.
So as this sort of, and you know, we're sort of watching this with these horrified looks on our faces. I'm gonna look at Trot, and I'm gonna be like, did we vet these people at all, or?
You wanted people that would get anything done, but yes, and this is what you get when you do that.
Vicky is
well,
just
I made
shaking her
mistakes.
head.
It's been a long few weeks.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'd prefer you take out your frustrations on them instead of us. Good lord.
So
Or have I hooked up with?
once again, the forest has grown quiet.
I'll take a beer.
Except for that squeaking noise.
Okay, so Ben is going to cautiously walk back over to the trapdoor area and be like, I'll be more careful this time. My bad.
The map says. Go on.
As you walk back over to the door, look back over at the toad slinking away and ask, is that the only one of those?
Oh, definitely not.
The forest is full of them, but that's the one that showed up to try to eat the bungee thing.
I think he's probably going back to get his friends. We probably shouldn't have let him go.
No, I think he probably showed up because he heard buzzy things, which are probably his natural prey.
Oh. I bet
Yeah,
you're right.
I'd be really surprised if they had the kinds of intelligence required to do that.
I look nervous for a second and then move my hands around. A swirling vortex of chaos energy surrounds me.
Yeah, guys, y'all don't know apparently, but we passed like a half dozen of those on the way out.
I'm ready for you to try to open whatever that is now. Swirling with chaos
Oh, I
energy
just
around me.
discovered
thing. What you got?
I didn't even
At this
know.
point, there's no reason to try to hide our presence anymore. I'm just
So
gonna
depending
say,
on where you put your mouse is where it will
Gregor,
zoom in.
you can come out here and you can
You
give
know
us
that?
that medallion and
Does everybody
end
else
this
know that?
all, or I can let the guy
I
with the
guess I'm
weird
used to
swirly
it.
hands open. What's up?
I'm used to programs doing that.
Hey guys, did you know when you're scrolling for the map, like zooming in and out, if you, wherever your little mouse is where it will zoom. I didn't even know that. Like I could zoom out right now and like put my mouse over like a tree at the top and it'll zoom in on that, or I can put it at where we all are and it'll zoom in on that.
And also, if you put your mouse over tokens and do the mouse in and out, it spins them around and makes everyone get drunk.
Oh!
Yes, I'm a swirling vortex. See?
Me too.
Hey,
This
Mikey,
is for
can you
two.
make me untarget the toad if he's...
Yes.
You have to go. You go up there and control click on it, and it'll undo.
Nope. You already got it.
Oh.
No.
Sweet. All right.
Whoa!
So it's back to being quiet. What do you guys want to do now?
So there is no response to the challenge issued by Benny over here.
What?
Oh, do we know? Is he still under the ground? Do we know if he is still under?
We do
here?
not know that he's still under there at all. I don't think. Can you guys?
Sorry,
need
did
that
I miss a
door open?
challenge?
Check and see, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to just jimmy the thing open if there's no response.
I mean,
Okay.
I can check for traps.
To jimmy the thing, so.
Oh, so you don't want me to blunt strength it, is what you're saying?
Don't you guys want to use a rogue, one of these rogues for this job?
I would like to use both of the rogues for this. Yeah.
So that
That
my
would
head
be
doesn't
great.
explode. Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. No, you're right. You're right.
Come stand over here with me on the other side of the Discordian shield, and they will be over by the door, and everything will be fine.
Everything
It'll
will be
all
fine.
be
I'll be over
good.
here with the other guy.
I have an arrow trained on the door.
Okay, I'm gonna check it for traps.
You guys already disarmed the trap on
We
it.
did?
Yeah.
When?
It was the magic trap. Remember, you guys cut open the
That
rooms.
doesn't mean there aren't more.
Well, no,
I
I
don't
would have.
remember
I'm not that sort of game master.
Was
If you
that
check
when
in
I
your
was
success.
that when I went
Yeah.
upstairs?
No, you were. Oh wait, that was like a margarita and a half ago. So
Oh.
it's like basically yesterday. Oh, all right. That's all right. I'm on my fourth glass of wine. I don't even know.
Oh my god.
Man,
I
this
can't
is
keep
gonna
up.
be a
I
night.
need some dinner.
I'm a cold
Still
one
about
too.
6 beers in, so.
All right. So the rogues want to open up the door. Ben, do you want to be there?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to be there just in case, because the reason I was gonna open it is because they had already disarmed the trap, so I didn't know if it was gonna require pure strength to do, and if so, I'm just gonna be there in case. Also, if it does magically blow up on my face, I have that thing, so I'll be all right.
He is the thing.
Yeah, I was more just thinking that they could get through whatever latches and locks and things might be on it.
I stand prepared to brute strength it if you need me to.
All right.
All 3 foot of them.
I'm very strong.
So,
I
the-
just like making fun of you for being small because we're basically the same size.
the feral elfling is correct in that it is locked. So, but both rogues can roll a thievery check to see if they can undo the lock.
Do I roll?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Roll thievery. So we got a soft 20.
Let me get over here.
So soft.
What do I roll? The D20?
D20 with
Thievery.
the thievery on your skill tab.
Go to your skill tab.
I'm on there.
Down at the bottom it says thievery.
And which one do I roll though?
The hashtag
listen.
ATT.
The rank, the stat, the miscellaneous, or total?
You
The
double click
total?
on the
At
Here, Laura, go here.
total, there's a little
Goes.
hexagon, and you click on that.
Yep, yeah, go all the way down the bottom. Total should be plus 11. Double click that.
Oh, okay. That's what
There
I
we
was
go.
looking for. Okay. Thank you. So sorry.
Oh, wait.
Don't be worried at all. We're all learning this system.
All right, so we got a 20 and a 19. So you guys see both of these rogues just pull out their lockpicks and they're like clicking all over, and then it just pops and slides open easily, as if it's been opened every day for the past 100 years. But it does not look that way.
You're welcome.
Woo!
See, you guys are right. I was wrong. I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong. And I look at the other elf and I say, "Don't say it. Don't say it.
Say, are you big enough, man?
Don't say it. Don't say it. No need."
So Drodrick looks down at all of you guys because I believe I'm 3 feet taller than the next tallest person in this group.
I am currently like 7 feet taller than you. I have not gotten down off this pillar.
Okay, but fawns are kind of tall, so I think I'm.
Oh wait, that means Nikita's pretty tall too.
I am a tall, lanky girl. No.
Yes, all these super short creatures talking about who's the large one.
Yeah, I imagine I'm like half an inch taller than James, and I just make fun of him for being small and short constantly.
Among my tribe, I was known as the tallest, so I don't want to hear it. I don't know why we're talking about this. But I think we should probably, chase the guy so that I can not have to deal with you anymore.
Yes, yes.
And we will chase the guy as soon as I tried to open up the next story element, and now Fantasy Grounds is not responding, and I got a spinning icon, which also makes for great streaming. But I'm hoping it catches up soon, and we don't have to all try to log in because we know what happened last time with that.
Oh, these two candles.
Oh Lord, if we have to go through that again.
Yeah, that was like 30 or 40 minutes.
No.
Yeah, apparently it took out taking out James' computer or whatever button hit. When this thing's been working, it's been pretty cool. Although the one thing that's made the leap so far, the fact that the GM couldn't just do whatever they wanted to the combat tracker, that sucks. 'Cause nobody ever hits the buttons right the first time.
Well, what's really weird is we played this last week in this, in the Unity version of Fantasy Grounds. I've been playing Fantasy Grounds for years. I've always been able to directly edit it. And then right now, could it be that I dragged these characters over from another adventure and that they are somehow locked in that other adventure where, I don't know. I think I'm learning that to not drag characters over from other pre-gens, because I just made a generic pre-gen for adventures because I'm always running demo adventures. But that is no, because it worked last week. Something happened in the latest update that's not allowing me to edit those things, or edit like directly to monsters, which is
There's all
some
kinds of things that messed up from
There's-
a couple of days ago.
right. Yeah, last time it was a lot smoother, so something happened in the last update. But I'm back and running. How about you guys? My thing
Yep,
stopped
I'm good.
spinning. All right, sweet.
I mean, I like it as compared to Roll20, or I messed around with Astral a bit today, but I need to check it out more. I mean, it's a good program, but yeah, it's good. There's a bunch of bugs they're gonna have to squash.
Yeah, I mean, and once again, they just did a Kickstarter last year, and they upgraded from the old version to Unity, and they put it out as like beta a month ago, and they're like, this is ready for play, but there's still going to be some issues. But
Right.
I played the other weekend, and we had no problem with it, but I should have known rather than to update it since then. But whatever. We got it up and going, and the other thing that I really like about this company is I've had dealings with other companies, and as an indie game designer, some companies will really write you off if they look at you and they say you don't have a fan base that is enough for us. And SagaBorn is very tiny. And then there's certain companies, man, that like for some reason, and I love them, they just don't care. They're like, oh, you're doing this thing, we want to help you. Like back when I used PC Gen, man, PC Gen would bend over backwards, and I'd be like, can I give you guys some money for doing this for me? And they're like, no, we just love doing this. And so one of the things I really like about Fantasy Grounds is they've been very transparent and talked to me a lot about, like, I'm like, I want to get my rules set up on here. And they've helped me along the way when I'm like, I just don't have the following that could really help them, but they treat me with respect. And there's, I'm not going to call out other companies, but there's a lot of other companies out there that
Hey,
don't.
Mike, do me a favor. You don't have to call them out, but offline, when you get an opportunity, to chat with me about this, because as an indie game developer, I'm looking. I bet I know exactly which big company you're talking about. But I want to find a company that will work for me to start a Twitch stream from our game.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a bunch of amazing companies out there. That's the other thing is, like, I still, not to derail this game, but, I still have imposter syndrome with making an RPG, even though I've been around for a while. And,
Oh, yeah.
And there's the companies that exacerbate that feeling, and then there's the other companies that, like, that just want to help you out, because they're like, oh, man, you're trying to do something for the industry, like, let us help you. And I have to say that Fantasy Grounds, the community is amazing, the owners are amazing, and I got my whole system put in here with ease, with just help from the forums and stuff. So,
Excuse me.
but
Sorry.
no, that's okay. We're getting on. We're getting to 9:30 at night. Mike's had enough wine, and I'm gushing on things that that I love, which
I'm so sorry.
No
By the way-
dinner.
I'll be
no
right back,
dinner.
guys.
We've had no dinner.
This adventure brought to you by.
Only 9:30. Oh yeah, we're an hour ahead of you, or behind you.
No, we're 10:20 right
Oh, yeah,
now.
10:20.
Yeah.
well, also while I'm gushing, I love all you guys. Thank you for coming and playing with me.
Where are you guys at that you're still in Eastern Standard?
We're all in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, all right.
So Cindy, Quint is Annie, who works with us at the Georgia Ren Fair, and sadly, we're not going to be able to hang out with her for the next
And
8 weekends.
DragonCon.
And DragonCon.
Oh,
And then,
that's sad.
and then her,
It's very, very. Sorry,
yeah,
I sounded really angry about that. It wasn't, the fault of
Yeah.
anyone here.
I
And-
swear if DragonCon gets called off, I'm gonna be.
It better, honestly.
I mean, it's true, but it's just gonna be like such a weird year this year. Where we
Yeah.
literally
We're
don't.
already a really fucked up weird year. And then I feel like
Andrew, what are
yesterday.
you eating?
Go ahead. Went to the
And
store
apparently-
yesterday because I had to take off my overlay on my nails, and it. I just wanted something to make my nails healthier, and I went to Meijer, and I haven't been out of the house in like a week. It was almost like culture shock. I was just too many people all of a sudden.
But they
It was
looked
not
really
me.
good, Cindy. I just want to say. I haven't
Thank
ever
you.
seen your natural nails ever, but they look real good.
You know, Isabella always tells me, she told me the other night, she's like, don't even touch me. You've got naked nails. I don't even know what to do with that.
They look beautiful.
All
okay.
right.
All right.
Thank you, but they're
So-
very thin.
Everyone's
We're ready.
back, and even though my Fantasy Grounds is locked up on my side again, I know it'll come back to us in just a moment. So you guys open up the doorway and you peer down. You see a staircase from the ambient light above leading down, but there's pure darkness down below.
Let's go in.
Do we have a light?
Just
Of course, Laura wants to go in. I mean, sorry, Lynx wants to go in.
Can we pick some of these mushrooms and take them down there?
Oh,
Does anyone just have a light?
sorry, while we're down there.
I can't see it on the sheet anywhere. How much mana do I have?
So the mana should be on your second page.
Oh, I can't click on anything.
Second page, the combat tab.
Oh, I have a.
You mean like
Yeah, it's
mana 16? I see it. I finally found it.
Yep. So the even though I said it's been easy to get this in, I'm not a programmer and I've had to program all these sheets myself. So sometimes I find a slot for things. I'm like, this is not optimal, but I can fit it in and it works. So
In that case, I'm
I pull out a lantern.
all right,
gonna reach down and
How did you
pick
see
up.
what you
I'm gonna
could
reach down and
have?
pick up
Or what you have?
Inventory.
a rock and scrounge a few like seeds and things and put them in a pouch, and then hold the rock out, and it will start to glow and fill a radius of 20 feet of light around me.
Oh, neat.
I guess I put out my lantern? I don't know. No.
If he has that, you don't really need to use it, do you?
Mm-mm.
Why
Alright.
waste the energy?
that is
Right.
that is definitely enough to see down into the staircase, which you look down and there's a faint glow in the corner from some other mushrooms, and it looks to be the same stone that's this upper area, but you'll have to descend to see more.
I think we should go in.
I'm gonna hand my stone to one of the rogues. I think you go first, right?
I think I should go first. Well, actually, no, wait. This is clearly a dungeon hall thing. The rogue should go first. Good point.
Alright, I'm just gonna do it. Boom.
Want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
I just landed on the thing.
All right.
Just went in. Oh my God, she disappeared.
All right, you guys are going to get another sheet. And
Nice.
I'm going to have to drag you guys all Oh, I just keep dragging the same damn person. That doesn't work. There we go.
Oh, there I am.
If I drag more people than
So
Lynx.
we both went
Oh, I
in.
can't move myself. Is that because you weren't in control? Oh, whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, don't move me forward. I'm not.
Right. So as you descend down, you see that the cold gray stones here are slick with murk and mud. And as your light hits the corners, you see a large iron door embossed in ornate runes and symbols. There's also 2 pillars, and besides that, there's nothing else in this room.
You try to go pick the lock.
Oh,
There's
man.
a lock. Is there a lock?
You know what I just realized is anyone that's watching the stream sees, like, if I fudge any dice rolls or if I don't. Oh.
Well, this feels like this is an appropriate time for
A knowledge check?
mage lore and magic, because that's a pretty ornate door.
That totally plays. Go for it.
Okay. The ability is just mage lore, but so I just roll my knowledge for that, right?
Yes, but you get to roll it twice.
Cool.
All right, so that's a 19 plus 7 is a 26. And let's see. We didn't. If we're playing normal games, you would tell me what languages you would know. But we're just going to jump ahead and be like, you know what? It's lucky. You know the Uthgardian language. So this, your knowledge check allows you to know that this door is newer than the rest of the ruins. It's made of a different material, and it has magic runes, or magic. I shouldn't say. I mean, it's runes, but it's not like magical runes. But it's asking for the Uthgardian gods to watch out over those within, and to also protect and bind anything that may be found beyond this door. But there is no. You can also tell with your knowledge check that there is no magic on this door. It's just sort of like, you know.
Chicken side that binds.
Yeah,
something.
you know.
I think this
There's
looks
magic inside.
This to me looks like this has been added to this long after all these ruins were here. It's Uthgardian writing, like a prayer or protection, not really a spell, but just a poem written and entreating them to protect what's within. Whatever's beyond that door, and it's probably not. It's probably meant as some sort of containment or something that the rest of us are not going to like.
Oh yeah.
I haven't liked anything that has happened so far, so I'm not surprised.
I would be surprised if there's no real magic to the door that I see, so it may be safe to enter, but I would read that as a warning, so let's be careful going forward.
Okay.
All right. So how do you guys want to proceed? What do you want to do?
Should we check for traps or anything on the door?
I mean, I think it's probably always good to check doors for traps, especially ones that are old and have runes written all over them saying, "Watch out, bad shit."
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong at all.
What the fuck?
Lynx
16,
is like,
that's not bad.
Lynx is like, looks clear.
16. That's like 4 away from 20.
Nikita, do you want to try?
I was trying to get it to
All
roll,
right.
but nothing was happening.
There we go. So that's a soft 20. You look at Lynx and you're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's no traps here, but it is.
There's definitely no traps.
It is definitely locked though.
Oh shit.
So if you guys
Yeah.
want, you guys can one at a time try to do it. You can try to do it at once.
All right, I'll try. Is it still thievery, right?
Yep.
You guys want to? I'm gonna unlock this door. Oh wait, it didn't do anything.
To do it together.
There it is. Yes, finally something good.
Nothing's happening. Oh, there we go. See, I don't know why every time I click.
Woo! Look at that.
All
We
right.
both unlocked the shit out of this door.
Lock that. You can't lock that bitch.
Open this door.
Exactly. You guys.
My bitch.
You guys slid your lockpicks in.
Oh
Like-
yeah. Tell me more. Keep going.
Oh my God, you guys!
Wow.
It's turning into
I've
an
known you for a long time.
after dark panel here.
I haven't had any dinner yet. Keep going. Sorry.
Oh my God. Yeah. So you guys, this door did not give consent. It is feeling really dirty in here, but the door unlocks, and you guys can try to open it at will.
Ooh.
Where,
All
is
right.
Will's here? Jeez. Come here, Will.
I feel like that's consent, right? Wait. It unlocked
so
itself.
I'll actually sort of edge up to the door and say, look, if you guys are sure there's no traps here, it probably is best if I am the one who goes into the next room first.
All right, go for it, buddy.
All right, I'm going to go brazenly into the next room as if nothing can harm me.
I'm gonna have an arrow trained to shoot at whatever attacks him when he walks into the next room.
I'm stupidly following right
Said
behind it. 'cause I'm
brazenly,
really
yeah.
curious.
Let's see if this part of Fantasy Grounds works. Try to click the door and see if it opens, Ben.
What door?
Okie dokie.
Yep, just walk over and then left click on the door area. It should just open it up.
I don't see a door.
It's like a little. It's down towards the bottom area.
Oh, that's because you have to click on somebody else to look at their line of sight.
Oh yeah, because are you? Yeah,
Oh,
you're behind
I
the
see
pillar.
now.
You're still hiding in the stairwell. You can't see anything.
Yeah, so if you put your mouse over the door,
Yeah.
boom!
Oh.
Look at that. It just
Wow.
opens up.
Woo!
Look at that shit.
Get in there.
Look, it's so
Hey, there's nothing in here. We're
Alright.
fine.
So, you guys, or Ben first, sees a large room, half built of the same gray stones as the rest of the rooms. The other half is a cavernous area filled with the same greenish water from the forest above. The same green glowing fungus gives the room an eerie glow. A soft splashing in the water, and you see, I guess I should actually...
red bloody stuff there.
Ritual circle carved in the floor.
See that too.
I actually don't see anything. There's something going on with my... Oh! God, I'm an idiot.
No,
Yes.
I doubt that.
Well,
Sorry,
no,
is that in character or?
no, it wasn't. You just called your husband an idiot. Well done.
So you hear a soft splashing in the water, and you look over and see a stooped older woman, her silver hair falling down over her greenish frail body, large silver eyes reflecting the ambient light as she turns her head fearfully towards you. Oh, who goes there? Are you friend or foe? Please now. I get so lonely down here. Let me know.
Oh, I don't like where this is headed at all.
Me either.
Somebody else speak for me.
Might need to step back a little.
We're friendly.
So some of
We
you,
don't
let me just open up the pillar. There you go. Now you
I'm
can see
friendly.
the pillar's sort of blocking her view, but you can see her in the water. So what?
What is your detect
Oh.
subterfuge skill?
It could be persuasion or awareness, either one.
Alright. So can I roll awareness?
You can roll awareness, and you can
Better.
roll a knowledge check after that as well.
Okay. So,
So 15.
and then
All right. So you don't have any bonus to your knowledge check?
Nope.
Okay. So you feel uncomfortable about this, but you don't see any direct threat right now, but you do know for sure that this is a Nevirite.
And those are what?
I love how she reacted like, "Oh, I know what that is." Like, what is that?
Well, it's not my speak that I hate them, but I know the world well enough to know why.
So it's so like there's basically two universes: the universe that you guys live in, and the Nevirum, which is the other universe. And then the feral elves were stuck in between that for the past 700 years. But
so this is one of the creatures that we've fought in it.
You never fought anything like this, but you know it's from that universe, and you know that universe is more twisted. What is the there's the two courts of the elves, the light elves and the dark elves.
Right.
So basically, the Nevirum is like the Unseelie.
Oh.
Right.
So they might not be all there. I don't believe in labels of good and evil, but they would definitely be more Unseelie than they would be Seelie.
Okay, so this not one of us.
Yes.
This is a one of them.
So we're not friendly.
She edges a little bit closer and says, "So, what are you doing here? Why did you come into my home?"
Oh,
We're looking for someone.
we're looking for someone. That's the ticket.
Have you seen anybody else down here?
Her face scrunches up, and for a moment she doesn't look so helpless and frail, and she says, "Oh, are you friends of his? Are you looking for him? Are you with him?"
No. I mean, well, what? That depends actually on a couple of things. It depends first and foremost on exactly what your definition of friends are, and it depends. Secondly, on which answer's the right one.
Oh, I see. You're Trixie, just like him.
I still have an arrow trained on her.
She's moving closer to us, guys.
So,
Make that very clear.
as she moves over, you guys notice a couple of things. One, you notice, and this would be for Drop, you notice that there is a rune circle on the ground in the middle of this room.
Uh-huh.
And then, Ben, you notice that there is a large pile of nondescript bones on the far end of the cavern.
Yep. I'm gonna say, ma'am, we are so not Trixie that I literally just said, "Tell me what the right thing to say is."
I'm wondering if she was his friend.
We are borderline incompetent, ma'am. There's no reason for whatever.
Is spell sight the right ability? While he's, I'm gonna call this in Shadowrun terms, fast talk her while I examine the purpose of that spell circle.
It would be a spellcraft check, actually.
Oh, I can do that. Providing a great distraction. I like it.
Yeah.
It's spellcraft check that shit.
So 11 plus 22. So you don't understand a whole lot about the circle, but you do know that is, in your research, you've seen before people that talk about summoning creatures, that this is definitely a summoning circle. But there's a lot of other runes on there that you don't quite understand what they are, but there's more to just the summoning that's on this circle.
Oh, actually, since I'm a freaking mage hunter.
Wrapper in it?
No, well, I'm gonna check to see. Let me see if I've actually got the skills to. I've got knowledge. I'd like to roll my knowledge to see if, or I'd like to roll my spellcraft to see if that is a binding circle that she's in.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how that goes.
Well,
I rolled a
she's not-
15.
She's not in it at the moment. She's walking towards it.
Well, I'd still roll a 15 to see if that's a binding ritual.
All right.
James, do you have favored enemy under class abilities?
No, because I'm not a ranger.
Oh.
So, let me see. All right, so there's two things that are going to go on here. So first, you look and you don't understand if this is a binding circle or not, but you can feel that there is a connection between this circle and her. The second thing is, please roll a survival check.
Okay, I've got a pretty good survival check. Hold on 1 second. I'm multitasking, so give me 1 moment. Here we go. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do, and boink. So, that should actually... Did it do the math that time?
No, it looks like it's
Okay.
13?
13.
13. All right. So you, as you're watching her, it's almost as if she shimmers and her appearance changes to be less helpless and more hunched and more spindly like a spider. Like she has some sort of enchantment over her to make her look differently. And that
I'm swapping my arrows.
that also means that you know that she is using spells, which means that you get to use your Mage Bane ability, which means you get to roll 2d20s on anything that you do against her from here on out.
Oh, nice, because I feel like we're going to be doing that. Real quick question, Mike. How does me being a elfling square with me having that cold iron dagger?
So you can use it, but like for example, I have someone in one of my campaigns who is an elf that uses cold iron, but his legacy item is these big leather gloves that he has to wear whenever he's using any of his weapons. So I'm totally down with some like story-driven stuff like that, which is like really all that I'm ever really concerned about.
Same.
So if you have cold iron dagger and things like that, you can totally use them. There's a way that your character's figured out how to do that.
Okay, right on.
But that being said, well, no, we're still. So she sort of looks at you and sort of snarls a bit, which maybe other people won't see. And she backs up a little bit, almost defensively, and says, So if you're not his friends, are you coming here for him? Or are you coming here to free me?
We are not coming here to free you. I say as I'm swapping my arrows to my cold iron arrows.
And when she says that, I get that look on my face, like that, oh, God bless America, I wish you hadn't said that.
'Cause here's...
Why have you been trapped here?
Well, because... Luckily, I see no humans amongst your ranks. Some humans summoned and trapped me here hundreds of years ago and left me here to rot.
What did you do to them?
Well, after they trapped me, I had no choice but to eat them. But I'm not going to eat you if all you do is scratch out some of the runes on the floor here and let me go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll tell you...
Yeah, it was a binding circle. Yeah. I knew it. I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're not going to eat us,
Guys,
you
this
say.
did not sound good.
Look, I've been trapped down here for so long, and honestly, some of you, I don't like eating smart things, but I will, and not saying that all of you are smart, and some of you look a little stringy, I'd say, but I really,
Wow, so I'm dumb and stringy? Wow.
I love how you assume she's talking about you. It's not that you're wrong, but it's just, I like hearing you say it.
Voice it, yeah.
And then you guys notice as she's talking, you see 3 other creatures that are about 6 feet long with many legs and pinchers are crawling along the walls and ceiling.
Oh, there are some things I haven't gotten to eat in a while. Let's do this.
Oh, guys, she is so tired of our bullshit. Sorry, ma'am.
Do not apologize to the demon witch. Let's go.
Okay.
Are you only gung-ho when you're fighting mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes are much less scary than this bitch.
You're a bitch.
Girlfriend, you know what? When we're done killing this woman, you and I are going to talk. Oh, sorry, ma'am. We are going to have to kill you, though.
And by the way.
And her illusion drops, and I don't think I'm as prepared, and I don't have all the images from the creature compendium in. Nope, I don't have the creature, but I will let you guys identify it.
I can tell you that the awful green spider hag in my brain is probably worse than whatever you drew.
It's probably just enough.
Actually, Paul drew it, but if you zoom in on the icon, you can sort of get a good feel for what it is.
Guess what I am not going to be doing right now.
Look at those boobies. Those saggy boobies. Woo! Yeah.
So you guys realize that this is a green hag.
Oh, there.
And everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy. See, I feel like this is my fault. So.
What am I rolling? One.
Me and Draki got the same initiative.
So it's on the main page, the initiative, on your main tab.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. All right, so we got links, drop key. We got a couple more that still need to roll. There we go. Finish your quint.
Can't I find it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yay!
And 18. All right.
Woo!
Just
Nikita.
like last time, Nikita gets to go first. What do you want to do?
Yeah. I will hold off and let somebody with a little tougher stuff go for it again.
All right. So then next.
Now you're gonna let the hag go first. Shit.
Oh no! Oh, is she gonna go first? No,
Yeah.
no, hold on.
Okay.
I thought that somebody else could go first besides me that had a little bit more skill than I did or fight than I did, but I guess not.
Nope.
I guess can
Nope.
I still go?
Yeah, you can still go.
Well, I'll go because I'm not gonna have the hag go and attack us. So, I guess that I will get down here.
Oh no.
What? I guess I'll use like the silver dagger.
Okay.
Can I go that far though?
So let's see. Where are you? Right there.
She's a red bandana, I think.
You can get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can get right to here or here.
Whoa, that's close.
That is
You might as well
guess I'll
use your
go there.
short sword if you're getting that close.
The short. Yeah, you're right. Short sword. I forgot I even had that. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go ahead and use the short sword.
All right. So then target her, control click, and then attack.
I just want to attack her. I made it myself.
It's under your actions tab, yeah.
Yeah, very last tab, Cindy.
Oh, it's not. That's not the problem I'm having here.
You've already Oh, you had her targeted, but you don't target.
I mean, I was in the
You have her targeted now.
dagger.
Yeah, open up your character sheet and go down to actions.
where I'm at. It's just nothing's happening.
Are you clicking on the thing with like?
Yeah, the number,
under
the number one.
Hashtag ATT. The one.
Yeah,
that's
not the
very
name.
bottom?
You have to double click.
I tried that. Maybe I'm in the wrong spot. So.
What do you see? Like dagger, cold iron?
I'm on the last tab, and I'm clicking on the short sword that's under ATT, like you said before. So.
Yeah, the one.
And the short sword. Yeah, it says. Let me try. I keep trying to click, but nothing's happening. Let me try to get
There it is.
Oh.
You did it.
Okay.
You did it and hit. All right.
Well, yay.
So then double click the 1d6 plus 2 under the damage tab because you hit it and you're going to do damage to her.
Nice.
All right. You have wounded her with a stab to her leg, and she is not any prettier up close. She. All right. She hisses at you and then waves her hands in front of her face and disappears.
Oh, where'd
Righty
you
then.
go? Whoa.
Like she can attack back.
Did
I
not
have a
see
quick-
that coming.
Me neither. But can I ask a quick question on a sideboard here?
Yeah.
So, like, if she were to attack me, there are obviously I have things like leather armor, yada yada yada. Does that come into play?
Yeah, that's already all built into your armor class, your AC.
That's what I was wondering.
Yep.
Okay.
So next is Quint.
I'm so mad right. I was going to shoot her so many times. I guess I have to shoot one of these giant bug creatures instead. With all of my rage. So.
Boot, can I not see the bug creatures?
Is it target?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't move it down far enough.
Alright. Now I specified that I had a cold iron arrow. If that makes a difference.
Okay.
And
All right, you hit. Roll damage.
okay. Do these things count as whatever the word you said?
No, these are not Navirites. These are other creatures.
Okay. So.
So 8 points of damage to it. So you take it down. How do you want to do it?
I mean, it's a bow and arrow. I shoot it in the head, and its brain stem is severed, and it collapses.
I love like it's like Mike. It's a bow and arrow. I'm gonna of course sever its spine. Come on.
I mean, like, you shoot it in the head and it dies. Like, it's not super fancy. Like.
I love how just cut it to the quick. This is how it happens, Mike. Let's move on. I got more things to kill. That bitch is gonna show back up, and I'm gonna kill her. All right, Lynx, it is your turn.
Where'd that other one? Oh. So I technically can't see that. Oh no, I guess I can.
No, you can.
Uh-oh, I think I froze up. No.
What are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna attack. So, will it be, like, flanked if...
Not at all. Flanked is only when it's melee.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna come up here and get it with my short sword.
Okay.
Ah. Does Does that still hit? Even though it's
That's
13?
2 plus 11 is 13. Let me see. It's no. Your sword misses as you swing towards it. Drop.
Jesus.
What would you like to do?
Can I move away
Okay,
from it?
so how far can I move?
If you move out of its thing, it gets an attack
Oh,
opportunity. You can move. I know it's hard because each square has 4 tinier tiles, but you can move 6 big squares.
Okay, so I'm gonna move like towards the center of the room.
Okay.
And my reading of light is that if I spend 1 mana, there's a chance that if she's used darkness effect to disappear, it will reveal her.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm moving to the center of the room and casting out my 4 lights, like as far away from me as they can, and sort of like a square radius out from, looking for her.
Okay. This is not the normal spell description of it, but let's have a roll off, a good old heroic action,
Okay.
to see what it does. So just roll a intelligence check, please.
Okay.
That's a 1 plus a 5.
So the dice do not want me to find her.
But the funny thing is, she rolled a 2 with no bonuses. So, hooray for heroic actions. So what happens is you're sending out the multi-lights, the like little ghost lights that move around?
Yeah.
Is that okay? So while you do that, you notice that there is an extra shadow being cast from something hunched over that's standing right in front of Ben. Like to the south side of him in the square. So you don't see anything there, but there's something there casting a shadow.
Right, so I'll yell, Ben, she's right in front of you.
Oh no!
Alright, and I'm going to, let's use this little drawing tool. Can I draw like a little hunched shadow? Yeah, look at that.
and I'm pointing vaguely in that area. I don't know how that helps for targeting.
I will say that the normal concealment, it's just considered partial concealment for this creature. But next up are the many-legged creatures. So first one is... which one is it? Oh, this one here. Alright, so it's going to target Lynx. Is that right? Did it do it? Maybe, maybe not. Alright, and it's going to attack with a bite. And it hits. Lynx, you got bit for 5 points of damage. And I'm going to need you to do a fortitude save.
Wait, I heard my name. What happened? In
You,
the bathroom, sorry.
yeah, I know. We got. I'm in the room with you. I can see you go to the bathroom. You got bit, and it did 5 points of damage to you, and you need to do a fortitude save now, please.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be on your main page. Yep, fortitude, the
That
top one there.
FF?
Nope, down. The one that says fortitude, down. There we go. Double click that.
Oh, God, what is going on with my shitty ass rolls tonight?
You've had some shitty rolls.
I have.
Have you considered using an actual die and simply telling us what you...
No, but I will now. Maybe.
Because
I don't know.
sometimes the luck is just not with the robot.
You know,
Yeah.
the other day I played and I rolled like 12 4s in the game, and I kept pulling out new D20s. Sometimes the luck is also with the person. All right. So, you take. I wonder if it has an effect for that. Nope. Can I go in and edit your?
Tell me what it is.
You lose 1 dexterity. Nope, I can't edit that. Can I do it there? Yes, I can add 1 damage. I can add a damage to the character sheet. I just can't affect anything in the combat tracker. So your dex is now at -1 because you are poisoned.
Great.
All right. This one rushes forward and targets and attacks Nikita. It attacks and misses. Ben, it is your turn.
I was like, can I kick its ass back?
You can when it gets back to your turn.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
And come save me, man.
I'm gonna come save you. I've got what it takes. I'm real enough.
Although the hag's right in front of him, so I don't know. I think he's the bigger target.
Oh, right. Should I focus the hag or should I save you?
Oh, you should focus on the hag. I'm okay. I'll figure it out. It didn't hit me the first time. So
I am liking imagining that Ben is in game being like, I don't know, should I focus on this invisible bitch or come help you? And Nikki is like, I got this. It's fine. You stay up there.
Okay, so I'm going to target invisible. Will it let me target if I control click on that thing?
Let me see. I might be able to do it for you. Yes, I can target it for you. And just in your modifier box down at the bottom, type -2 because it's partially concealed.
Okay.
Bottom left.
Yeah, hold on. So actions. Bottom left modifier box.
Oh, sorry. All the way in the bottom left, next to your row of dice, it says modifier, and you can just type in -2 in there, and then it will add that to your next roll.
But of course, I will be rolling twice.
What's the damage?
Right? You're right. Because you told me I get to roll twice against
Yep.
this bitch, right? Neat.
Alright, so 17 somehow didn't tell me where it hits or not. But I can tell you that because I can look at things behind the screen. And what's your weapon?
Morningstar. And it is, so there is an additional +1 that's not on there because it's my legacy weapon.
Okay. Alright, so that would be a total of 17, 18. Your Morningstar still misses.
Whoa! Oh no!
That's not good.
That sucks. I stabbed her at least. Dang on.
Ah!
You're a tough old broad.
Alright, Nikita, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I want to. Hold on, I gotta get to my actions here. I want to do the short sword.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Did you target something?
Mm-hmm. You hit. Roll damage.
It's dying.
Nice.
Yeah, you take it down to the ground. How do you want to do it?
I took my sword and I shoved it right up through. You said it's a frog thing, right? No, what is this one? Is it like a lizardy thing?
A centipede type thing.
So I took my short sword and I stabbed it in its mouth all the way down its throat and ripped it all the way up from like the throat area out.
Yes, that would definitely incapacitate something. So it is down for the count and not moving anymore.
Hey, see, I told you I could take care of that.
Wait, why did somebody target me?
Yeah, Quint, why are you targeting links?
She's with us, man.
So, all of a sudden, the hag appears right in front of Benashir,
Made that noise.
and then attacks you with both of her.
The moment she appears, I scream, "Oh God, I'm sorry!"
So
Alright.
can we all make our way up to her?
All right, she rolled high enough to not be distracted by your willingness to grovel. She attacks you with both claws, both of them missing.
Nice.
Good.
But she does hiss in your face in a closeness that you definitely don't agree with.
I don't agree with this.
6 feet, bitch.
Quint, it is your turn.
Oh, she's back. I'm so excited. I am shooting her twice
All right.
with cold iron arrow if I can pull it off. So, and I only get bonuses on damage, right?
Yep.
Or am I okay. Oh, I have to target. Nope, not him.
There we go.
Did I do it?
Yep, you're targeted.
You target?
Yep.
Well, I sure you was targeting Ben.
I did
Oh,
try,
wait.
but it didn't work.
Oh, wait. Now it's targeting him again. Okay. I just cleared you. Let's see what happens. We'll do that. Yes, you're now targeting her.
And if it happens to Ben, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I see what's happening here. I'm like, I don't know what happens. It keeps targeting Ben. And Quint's like, I don't know what's happening.
We are fate bound. Quit pointing your bow and arrow at him.
All right, why isn't it working? I am targeting her.
Yep.
You
Well,
selected her somehow.
I'm untargeted her.
Oh,
Now I'm
there it is.
targeted.
all right. Yes. Now try to roll some dice. And,
Keep on
and
talking.
if it doesn't target, I can always go in and do some things.
Okay, but now it's not. I need it to roll. Roll. There it goes. That did not hit.
Oh.
2 plus 7. No, it does not.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh. Now
Oh, but it's actually 13 plus 5. Sorry, I didn't put the modifier in.
plus 5.
Instead of 7.
Oh. Oh, because of -2.
Because I did a rapid fire, so it was supposed to have a -2.
It should have already figured that in. If you click
Oh,
the
right, because of the bow I chose. Yes, I chose the right bow. It did figure that in, so it is what it says it is.
but you do get a plus
I
1
did it
because it's your
correctly.
favorite enemy, right?
Pardon? Yes, she is a favored enemy. So when I roll damage, I get sneak attack.
Oh, there's not a plus to hit.
There's
Seems
not a plus to hit, but when I roll damage, I get my sneak attack die.
James, I'll tell you one thing that's painful is when you write a game and then you do like a major update to it and you're like, oh wait, I don't even know my own rules anymore.
Dude, I wish that I could claim that it was even that I had done a major update. I just frequently forget, like one of my favorite things to say in any of our streams is, I wrote the game, guys, I swear I know how it works.
Is there anything she can do to get to re-roll either of those hits?
Oh, yes, you're right. She could actually, she has some saga points, does she not?
Yeah.
I don't think we haven't spent very many of those games.
Yes, you could use 2 saga points and re-roll both of those attacks.
Wait, did the 20 not hit?
Missed.
No, it missed.
Oh. Then I guess I can do that. I was sort of saving those for when we fight the guy we're actually looking for, but.
Well, then don't. There's plenty of us to take a stab at her. Wait.
There's lots of others.
Okay.
Well,
I got a whole crew, girl. No.
so I will say that you do notice that in this room, there are no other doors or entrances from what you see, and you don't know where Gregor could
so we
have
may
gone.
not actually see. All right. So in that case, fine. I will re-roll them. So let me spend those. The tabs will change. And then back to action. That didn't help. And those were both worse.
So you take aim and fire, and the second one you spend more time. Both of the arrows hit at her feet and don't hit her, which enrages you, and you may get a bonus next round because there's nothing you hate more than missing shooting at a Navirite and getting a good meal. Lynx, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna go for that bitch
Take that
too.
bitch out.
Wait, who just moved me? Who just did that? Did you do that?
No, maybe it's you with your
No.
feet up on the table.
No, I've got the thing in my lap. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go behind her, so hopefully
Maybe the computer moved you.
give
so
her a
maybe you wanted
sneak
to go.
attack. Sneaky, sneaky.
All right, target her.
You sneaky.
There, I did it for you.
Alright. Oh, shit, I just rolled the damage. God damn it.
Well, you better hit. Oh my god! Critical hit. All right, so you did that damage. Roll a damage again and roll sneak attack twice.
Damn.
Oh, it's good. All right, so it rolled 2 there, so that counts. So that is 6 plus 4 is 10. Now roll sneak attack. 10 plus 11. Roll it again. Roll sneak attack again. All right.
Woo! This bitch going down.
Damn.
So she has more damage than she should, but I don't know how to change that back because you rolled the 1 extra one, but it doesn't matter. You did a ton of damage to her, and she is in a lot of pain. Drott, what do you want to do?
So how hurt? I mean, just as a glance, right? How hurt does she look?
She is basically Lynx. Where did you want the sword to go?
Through her neck.
All right, so you saw Lynx stick a sword through this creature's hunched back. It came out her collarbone and sliced across her neck, and there is like black blood everywhere. So she is very bloodied.
For this world or the next.
I guess normally I wait for Ben to do this. Instead, I'm gonna step around and stab her with my sword staff after imbuing it with wild magic.
We get rid of her.
All right.
So I just roll the sword staff normally, and then if I hit, I just roll both damages.
Yep. Do you want to use a saga point to try to re-roll?
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, that was a well-spent saga point.
Yeah. So I guess, does that change my? What does a critical hit do to my damage?
Everything gets doubled.
Neat. All right, so I'll roll sword staff. Then I'll roll the wild magic. I guess I overkilled the hag.
You did.
So how do you want to do it?
So she put it like right through the hag's back, right? Neck.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Then I come in and
Back
essentially,
neck.
I stepped
And
to
her
her right,
pussy and her
and my
cracks.
thing was like I would slide it in right under her and slice down through the center, cutting the hag in half.
Ooh, he did.
All right. That is exactly.
Definitely.
And also with your ability, is that also air based? Your wild magic imbued.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yes.
also, as you slice her open, your air blows just black oozing blood all over Ben. So it's the second creature that's just.
Well, this is great. This is exactly what I had hoped for.
And Lynx is back there with more cackling.
What's
I
awesome
just
about
think
this though
I
is
think
I have a
it's
short
so
staff, so
funny.
I have a 10-foot radius, so I can be standing right outside of the air explosive blood radius.
And she doesn't even have a chance to say anything as she crumples to the floor, her making her bleed her own black blood as it squirts all over everybody, except for you because you have
I'm way
reach.
far back.
And you guys see the next turn is that other centipede, and it bounces. It's like, nope, I have better things to do out in this forest. And the room becomes quiet.
The cricket sound I could make. If I was Justin, I could.
All right. What do you guys want to do now? Do you want to search the room? And I think you're muted. I'm hearing you through somebody else, but I heard that you said yes, you wanted to.
Yeah, she's still muted. Let's look.
Sorry, I've been chewing.
Oh, okay.
Gregor doesn't seem to be here.
I told you he was missed. He's probably gone through a wall or something. This whole thing was probably a trap.
That's fine. I guess.
So-
I guess I'll start looking around, see if I can see signs of where he is or where he was.
So as you guys search the room, you see that there is actually a fresh blood splatter on the ground. That's actually like under
Been there
you,
for a while.
under you, Drot, and you look over the body of the hag, and she has a small pouch that's also covered in red blood. And you open it up, and you see a swath of cloth as if it was like ripped from somebody. And there's also a small stone that glows with magic. And there's also, and this is of the most interest to you, is a brass ring that's about the size of a bracelet that has all three of your names engraved on it.
What?
Yes!
Yeah, who?
Yes.
Wait, whose names?
The three of us, the Atlanteans.
Drot, Quint, and
Oh,
Ben.
so not Nikita or
Right.
or Lynx. Okay.
Is this it? And I'm gonna like pick it up, sort of ignoring all the nasty viscera and stuff that was on it. Like, just spinning around my hands, checking it, and like I guess using spell sight and mage lore. Like, have we finally found it? Can this end soon?
What we're looking for.
And
Does it have any traps? I don't know.
I mean, he's already
I
picked
didn't
it up.
check. I just picked it up.
so Quint, you understand that this is magic, and you believe it is the one that binds all of you, but it's going to take you some time to figure out how to actually break this.
Okay.
And we're also, because we're getting a little bit late, Laura's passing out, and this is the end anyways. What I'm going to do is, so you guys have no idea how Gregor got out of here. But you guys feel invigorated in your search for him now, and you may be able to break the bond without him, or you may need him for the breaking, and it makes you need to find him even more.
All right. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna start field dressing the hag. So that...
Jesus.
Huh?
We're gonna eat her?
Dude, that's what we do.
I guess I'll say, looking to the rogues that we hired here, while still kind of holding the bracelet, like, oh, I hope the rest of the loot is enough for you guys.
You guys find also in the corner a Marnium chainmail suit and a necklace that is also magic, but you're not sure how, tucked away as far away from the water layer as possible. And that's where we'll end. You guys have one more clue on how to break the bond between all of you. And I hate to be anticlimactic, but Gregor Aluska is the main villain of the Kickstarter adventure I just did. So you guys can't kill him now. You might just have to play that adventure with me in the future and confront him there.
Right on.
Ah, that sounds like fun.
I'm just happy that even if we didn't get a piece of him, that hag did. There's someone who's bleeding.
We took the hag down.
You guys did beat her down. Well, awesome, guys. I'm so happy to have played with you guys finally. And I made you guys play a D20 combat game.
Oh yeah, you did.
You guys want to know what happened the first time I played this? Or am I allowed to say?
Oh yeah, I mean the adventure's over, and we can spread our separate ways.
Oh,
but
she just got
spray.
We
Spray
negotiated with her that we would let her loose from her bindings because she said that she wouldn't kill us, but she would go after Gregor. So we let her loose, and then she immediately left. And then Mike's like, now she's going to be loose in the forest and start to hunt down all the humans in the areas where.
I mean, hey, they took the easy route. She's like, hey, cut these runes open. They're like, okay,
but
there you
She
go.
did say she was gonna hunt Gregor, so.
Yeah.
But who knows if she's actually gonna.
And so, just so you guys know, what I actually do is every year I do a different adventure scenario for SagaBorn. And then I take the average of what everyone does at the end. So, for example, 3 years ago, Gregor was the main bad guy for an adventure, and he was just supposed to be a guy that everyone killed. Nobody killed him, and everyone wanted to hire him or become his guardsman. So he ended up living, and then every adventure after that, he just kept living. And so what people do in my adventures, even though, right now it's half and half. Some people let the hag go, the other people, tried to kill her. You guys do actually change Euteria and what happens. And Gregor Aluska would not be a main villain in my world, except that everybody constantly let him go and let him keep his plans going. So
as far as the joke about it being you got us in a 20 combat game, the truth is this app is one of the things that makes stuff like that really. So I got to just sort of part of why I picked the Wilder, and it worked out the way I'd hoped, which was all the stats are already done, and most of my stuff is actually figuring out how to use the skill descriptions in interesting ways. So I got to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, just being able to click the box and not have to figure out which die go with which weapons and everything solves almost all of my problems, because that's the thing I hate.
Yeah, and the thing that I hate as a GM is I love strategic combat with a lot of creatures, and when you're playing on a tabletop with paper, it gets very boring, and also it's hard for people to be like, oh, well, what am I supposed to do? What's going on? And one of the things that this game does for me, so when we play here at the table, we have a projector in my back room, so I have what you guys are seeing on the projector behind me, and in front of me, so people can easily look up and go, oh, here I am on the combat tracker. And that, you know, we actually play with miniatures, so there's not the targeting and stuff. But if somebody wants to bring in their small, like, tablet or laptop, they can just run their character sheet from the game and click those buttons, and then they don't have to roll dice unless they want to. So for me, the hard thing is just keeping up with all the characters and telling someone, okay, it's your turn next, and it does all that for me, which is amazing. And
I like playing characters with, like, irrational biases against people or things, because a lot of times GMs aren't prepared for that, or other players aren't. Like, when you walk in a room and I'm like, oh, she's one of those people, so we're killing her. And everyone else is like, well, let's see. I'm like, no.
I like that our group was just, like, ready to kill everything.
Well, until I actually got in a situation where I was going to kill her, and suddenly our gung-ho guy is like, well, maybe we should not.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. What I said was, I'm not sure if we can kill her. I think she might kill us, so let's stall for a second.
And you did a beautiful job of stuff.